Welcome to my second video tutorial on doing your own taxes using the ATO E-tax software. This tutorial is for people who are employed and earn their income from salary and wages. The aim is to enter the information from your payment summary into e-tax. We'll consider the most common payments found on your payment summary, including salary payments, reportable fringe benefits, employer super contributions, and allowances. So all you need to get started is your payment summary. This is also commonly referred to as your group certificate. So once you've managed to dig that up, let's open e-tax and get started. The progressive summary is the first screen that you end up on after setup of your e-tax file. When you're doing a tax return, you can just click Progressive Summary on the navigator bar to the left of the screen to get back to this summary. The navigator bar allows us to jump to different parts of our tax return quickly and easily. Now, let's begin by inputting the gross payments from our payment summary. We can click on Income in the navigator bar to get us started. Once you've read these instructions, let's click Next to go to the salary and wages item of the tax return. So, because we've received salary and wages this year, let's click Yes. Now we already have our payment summary handy, so we can click Next. We can choose our occupation from this menu. If you had a few different jobs during the year, choose the occupation that you earn the most money from. We're being accountants today, so let's choose that and click Next. Here's where we can enter the information from our payment summary. Your payer's ABN should be right at the bottom of your payment summary, so let's enter that first. Next, in the gross salary field, let's enter the total gross payments from our payment summary. If you had any amounts in lump sum payments A and B, you can enter them in the next two fields. We had no lump sum payments, so let's move on to entering the tax withheld. This is the amount from the total tax withheld field of your payment summary. That's all we have to enter on this screen, so let's click Next and move on. We should now be in the second section of income. Our payment summary shows that we received a mileage allowance this year, so let's click Yes. The description field doesn't get sent to the ATO, so you can write whatever you like here. Then we can enter the $51 from total allowances in the gross received column. There was no tax withheld, so we can enter 0 in the next column and then click Next. We've finished entering in all of our income amounts now, so we can go to the navigator bar on the left and skip straight to IT1 from income tests. The income test items IT1 to IT8 are compulsory for 2013 and must be filled out. Otherwise, e-tax will not allow you to finalise and lodge your tax return. Amounts entered at these items do not affect our assessable income, but are used by the ATO to calculate our eligibility for certain tax benefits. If you didn't receive an amount, you can always just select No and e-tax will fill out a 0 for you. Because we received reportable fringe benefits of over $3,738, we must report it at item IT1, so let's click Yes. To complete this item, we must enter the name of our employer and then the reportable fringe benefits amount of $4,132 from our payment summary. That's it for this item, so let's click Next. Generally, reportable employer super contributions appear in your payment summary where you have entered into a salary sacrifice arrangement with your employer, who then makes additional super contributions on your behalf. According to our payment summary, we received reportable employer super contributions, so let's select Yes. We can enter the name of our employer in the first column, and then the reportable amount of $13,100 in the next column. That's all we need to enter here, so let's move on. Now we've entered all the information from our payment summary into e-tax. As I mentioned before, however, it's compulsory to fill out all of the income test items. For the purposes of this tutorial, we can enter 0 at income test 3 to income test 7, or just select No. If we select No, we get prompted if we just want to enter 0. So we can repeat this process for the rest of the income test items until we get to IT8. At IT8, we must enter the number of dependent children that we have. These are children that are aged under 21 or under 24 and still studying full time. Let's assume that we don't have any children and just enter 0. That's it. We've entered all the information from our payment summary and completed the compulsory income test items. We can now move on to completing the rest of our tax return. Stay tuned as I'll be posting more videos on how to enter other income amounts as well as deductions in e-tax.